Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the real United States. And welcome back to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the city of brotherly love, and Independence Hall, the birth of our nation. We're standing here in the center of Philadelphia in front of one of the most iconic buildings in our entire nation. Independence Hall was, in fact, the original site where our Continental Congress met and where the Declaration of Independence was voted on, ratified, signed. It's a very famous painting which has appeared on various currency here in the United States, including the United States $2 bill in 1976, depicting the signing of the Declaration of Independence here at Independence Hall. Now, it's my understanding that also the United States Constitution was signed in this same building. So this is like the holiest of holy places in America in terms of the founding of our nation and our development as a people. Now, what you've just heard is the ringing of the Centennial Bell that is now up in the top of Independence Hall. That is a bell that was made in 1876 and installed in honor of the 100th anniversary of our nation. Now, there is in fact a third bell, if you will, Liberty Bell, the Bicentennial Bell, which was made for the 1976 bicentennial here in the United States. And some of you may even remember the bicentennial here in America if you live in the United States and you're, well, about my age or nearly. Now, you're going to see here also that this is connected to a couple of other buildings. Off here to your left, my right, is what was the Philadelphia City Hall. Now, these buildings have served as various functions over the years. The Supreme Court met here at one period in our history. So now it is preserved as a place for people to come and visit and learn about our history. Now, there is a fee. If you're coming to Philadelphia, there is a fee to get into it. I don't know exactly what it is. I can put it down in the comment section below. This is administrated by the United States Park Service, I believe. So there is a fee. There's a place here. There's a visitor center where you can buy tickets. The original Liberty Bell is also in the visitor center here. We're going to try and get in and get some shots of that. I'm not sure if we can. And this area that we're standing in is actually just a large open park. It's a nice place to come and sit and relax, and you don't have to be in the Independence Hall or the visitor center in the crowds. There is a nice place to kind of sit down and relax here. So it's one of the nicer open areas in Philadelphia that you can just come and visit. Now, there are some rather iconic shots from the other side of the building, but this is, in fact, is the front side of Independence Hall. Now, here on the back side, or what would be the back side of Independence Hall, is this large statue and granite pedestal in honor of Commodore John Barry. It's one of the lesser known figures from American history, I think. But Barry is credited with being the father of the U.S. Navy. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with the rank, a Commodore is an officer of the rank of captain who has been actually given command over multiple vessels. Maybe 2, 4, whatever, but a small group of vessels. So he hasn't made it to the rank of admiral. He's still a captain, but he's been given senior command over the other vessel commanders in a group. So Commodore Barry played an integral role in our war for independence. And it's debatable if it wasn't in fact Commodore Barry and John Paul Jones who are collectively the fathers of the United States Navy. The development of the Navy obviously had a lot of significant landmarks and really became an official thing under President Thomas Jefferson when we were fighting the Barbary pirates along the North Africa coast. But anyway, a beautiful statue here of Commodore Barry pointing out to sea right here in front of Independence Hall. You'll notice, I'm going to get Bev to zoom in past me here, that there is a statue of George Washington on a pedestal right in front of the entrance to Independence Hall. And this, of course, our first president, also the commanding general of our forces in the Revolutionary War, all very tied together with that period when we achieved our independence from Great Britain. After the war, after we declared independence, and after the Constitution was ratified, Washington then became our first president under the Constitution. For those of you that are serious history buffs, I know that you're going to say, well, he wasn't really our first president, and that's technically true. Under the Articles of Confederation, which were the document that governed our nation prior to the Constitution and after the end of the War for Independence, there was another fellow who was president of the United States, and he was from Pennsylvania. His name escapes me at the moment. I'll put it on the screen here if I can find it. So anyway, we're not going to be able to go in and show you around inside of Independence Hall. But again, if you're going to be here in Philadelphia, it'll be a good time for you to come down and see it for yourself. So we hope you've enjoyed the ringing of the Centennial Bell at Independence Hall and this brief visit to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where it all began. We hope that you'll pick, subscribe, and come along for the adventure. If you got questions or comments, leave them in the comments section below. I try to get back to everybody. And as always, thank you for watching.